What I love about this event is that we are here to celebrate the projects that we are getting right in the city of Denver, whether they are big or small, buildings or arts, homes or commercial buildings. These projects truly represent the Denver that we know and the Denver that we love. This year, we've got 16 winners in 7 categories. I can't believe I just did that. Selecting them is no easy feat. I want you to know that there is a process. More nominations than ever were submitted this year, covering a wide range of projects. We have restaurants, community gathering spaces, co-working spaces, and homes. We have offices for big companies and single entrepreneurs. We have historic buildings and new construction. We have homes for just about every income level, including the least fortunate among us. These projects brighten streets and neighborhoods. They bring new life to buildings that have stood the test of time. They showcase Denver and our vibrant economy, and they use new ideas to address the challenges we face as a community. We're here tonight to celebrate those people who brought these projects to life, the property owners and developers committed to investing in our great city, and the architects, designers, artists, builders, and those people with a creative bent, and the effort that are changing our urban landscape for the better. So again, I want to thank you all for being here tonight, for your investment in our city, and for your commitment to doing great design. First, I want to make, again, just a few acknowledgments. First, let's celebrate our event sponsor tonight, the Denver chapter of the American Institute of Architects. AI has been a partner of this event for a long time, and we appreciate their effort. Give them a round of applause if you would join me. I'd also like to thank our media sponsor, Colorado Homes and Lifestyle Magazine. Be sure to grab one of their magazines as you leave. I love flipping through that magazine. We want to thank them for their support and coverage of tonight's event. As I said, choosing the cream of the crop is a tough task, and I count on the help of an expert selection committee to make tonight possible. Serving on the committee this year, and as I call your name, stand up so we can see the folks who selected you, and if you didn't win, the folks who didn't select you. Tim Burse of Boulder Associate Architects and an active member of Highland United Neighbors. Brad Evans of Denver Core. Brianna Boren of Snooze, AM Eatery, and City Build. John Olson of Historic Denver, and Peter Park, or Peter J. Park, City Planning and Design, and former manager of Community Planning and Development. They usually don't come, but we want to thank them nonetheless. Yes. So we are very grateful to the committee for their time and help in the selection process. And I also want to thank Denver Arts and Venues for hosting us in this wonderful venue, and the staff who worked to get us ready for tonight. Let me also tell you that this event is being filmed, and we run it on Channel 8. And if you want to get a tape of it, or you want to tape it, look at the Comcast directory or menu of shows about to appear, and you can go ahead and film it and maybe show it to your future investors. Are you guys ready for the awards? Yes. All right. We do this very quickly, if I get the right remarks. That's a first. That was pretty cool, actually. Show you I was paying attention going, didn't Brad just say this stuff? Our first category is active spaces. These are projects or events that activate public spaces in a way that creates, let me stop. Where is Alex Foster? Alex Rockstar Foster of Brad's staff, who really manages this whole process. Where is she? Where is she? No, in the back. You all join me in thanking Alex. I'm sorry. Thank you, Alex. All right, back to the podium. We have 2 winners tonight in the category of active spaces. They are very different in scope, but they both show what you can accomplish when your goal is to bring people together in a well-designed public space. Our first winner is Tivoli Quadrangle of the Arere campus. Following the vision of its campus master plan, the Auraria Higher Education Center led the development of this beautiful campus amenity. It serves students from all three institutions as a multi-purpose gathering place, and it offers one of the best views of downtown Denver. Project partners included Wink Associates, Anderson Mason Dale, Pinker Construction, Fair and Piers, BCER Engineering, and Martin Martin Consulting Engineers. Here to accept the award are Barb Weisky and Carl Meese from the Auraria Higher Education Center and Greg Doralick of Wink Associates. Come on down and accept your award.
Well, I'm Barb Weisky, the CEO of the Auraria campus, and certainly on behalf of our colleagues on the campus, we want to thank the selection committee, certainly Brad for all of his help that he's provided us, and you, Mayor Hancock, for recognizing our Tivoli Quadrangle project with what we feel is such an honorable award. You know, the Tivoli project was one that was embraced by a lot of people both on and off campus, and we believe that unified commitment really make that environment come alive. So our thanks go out to 42,000 students that helped us out, the Auraria Board, the Auraria Foundation, our project team, and certainly to bring our vision to life. It took the genius design of Wink Associates, Bill Doralick, JC, Bill Wink, and certainly as well the overall guidance from our senior planner, Carl Meese, on the campus. Remember, it's not about space, but about the life that you bring to it. And we thank all of you for truly recognizing that there's true energy in the connection between the Auraria campus and downtown Denver. Thank you.
That was well said. For our second Active Spaces winner, we're going from very big to very small. The Deck was a placemaking project that turned an alley on 16th Street Mall to a concert venue, a movie theater, and a showcase for local artists. As part of the Downtown Denver Partnership's Meet in the Street Festival, this project showed a big impact that activating a small space can have on how we enjoy our downtown. It was designed and built by Sort Studio and put to use with the help of Downtown Denver Partnership and the Denver Film Society. From Sort Studio, here to accept the award is Meredith Dell and Brian Dell. Come on down.
I'm Brian Dale with Sort Studio. This is my partner Meredith. And we'd like to thank a few people that made this possible. It was a small project, but there were quite a lot of hands that went into it outside of our studio as well. So thanks to the Downtown Denver Partnership, especially Adam Perkins, who organized the Prototyping Festival, and the organizers of the Meet in the Street Festival that all made this happen. Thank you very much to our friends and family, and especially the CU InWorks team that helped us build this project in person on the mall. Thanks to the Denver Film Society for sponsoring the project, both with equipment and with the producing the film program, especially Alex Fountain, without whose help we wouldn't have pulled off the film aspect of it and had these excellent movie nights all summer long, which showed excellent works from filmmakers such as Doug Wilson, Chris Bagley, works by Denver Open Media, a group called Process Reversal, and the Young Filmmakers Workshop and Scott Kinneman, who all put together some amazing content, and we're happy to have us show it for them down on the mall. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Denver, for the opportunity to engage in the discussion of what it is that really makes this place great. Thank you.
Our next category is Density by Design, which honors the best in multifamily and mixed-use developments. We have one winner in this category, Ashley Union Station. This project is award-worthy not only because of its design, but also because it is the first and only truly mixed-income property in the area around Union Station. It provides an affordable option for employees at the trendy restaurants and shops that make Lodo a great destination to live where they work. The goal of the design was to create a space any resident would be proud to live in regardless of income. That mission was truly accomplished. The architect of this project was R&L Design, and the builder was Icoda Incorporated. Let's welcome to the stage Integral Development President Vicki Lundy Wilson, Ishmael Guerrero of the Denver Housing Authority, Riley McLaughlin from Icoda, and John Yonoshevsky from R&L Design. Come on down.
Hi, I'm Vicki Lundy Wilbon, President of Integral Development, and we are thankful to Mayor Hancock and to the Selection Committee for honoring Ashley Union Station. This was truly a collaborative public-private partnership that involved the state, both CHAFA, the State Department of Housing. At the local level, the city was absolutely instrumental, not even just in the early visioning, but in supporting the development all the way through. We had a wonderful co-development partnership with the Denver Housing Authority, and then it involved private developers like Integral. We had a wonderful architect in R&L that made this site come alive, and Icoda as our contractor. As Mayor Hancock mentioned, the uniqueness of this is not just that it blends perfectly into this district, and it has a color selection that demands that you take notice, but the fact that it is providing true mixed income housing with workforce housing, affordable housing, and market housing in this district is what truly sets it apart. We're honored by this award, and we thank you.
Neighborhood Gym is our next category, and we have 3 winners. When people here talk about what we love about Denver, we always talk about our neighborhoods. So these projects really get to the heart of what we love about our city. Our first is Cobbler's Corner in Sunnyside. The project was driven by family and neighborhood history. Jack and Judy Pottle and their partner Paul Tambruello worked to return this corner on 44th Avenue and Alcott Street into the neighborhood hub it used to be. They did it with great results, with the help of architect Ted Schultz and builder Tom Hewitson of Miramar Construction. Here to accept the award are Jack and Judy Pottle, Paul Tambruello, and Ted Schultz. Come on down.
So thank you, Mr. Mayor and Selection Committee. I'm Jack Pottle, the co-owner and developer, along with my wife Judy and Paul Tamburello, who probably needs no introduction. I think he has the record for the most city design awards that have been awarded. I want to first just give a real sincere thank you to an awesome team, Judy and Paul, but also Ted Schultz, our architect, great work, Ted. To Tom Hewitson, our builder, and Renee Doubleday, who our project manager, all just hugely important to making this happen. This one was an incredible journey in a lot of ways, and for me, very personal. The building that we redid, a small corner of it, 690 square feet of it, was my grandparents' shoe repair shop from 1929 to 1961. My father, my aunt, and the family of 4 lived in the back of that 690 square feet during the Depression because my grandparents couldn't afford 2 rents. And I remember the building well as a young child in the 1960s when I would go over to my grandparents. So, it was really a great privilege to be able to save that building from the wrecking ball. But, as special as that was, I have to hand it to Paul and Ted, who always reminded me it wasn't about a building, it was about a place. And it was about restoring Cobbler's Corner to the role it played in the 1920s and 30s and 40s and 50s. And that was as a community a community shopping center, an area of commerce, as a community social place, just as a center of the neighborhood, and I think that's the part I'm proudest of. So thank you, committee. Thank you, Mayor. A real honor to accept this. Thanks.
Our next neighborhood gem is Cuba Cuba Cafe and Bar, which brightened its corner of the Golden Triangle with a beautiful patio expansion. The project expanded outdoor seating in keeping with the restaurant's eclectic character. It also pays tribute to the historic landmark buildings that house the restaurant. It's a great addition, not just for Cuba Cuba, but for the Golden Triangle. Carolyn Wilding of Design Platform was the architect on the project, which was built by R&M Parker Tech Center. Accepting the award are owner Christy Bigelow and from Design Platform, Jonas DiCaprio and Carolyn Wilding. Come on down.
Hi there, I'm Christy Socarra Bigelow, and I'm really honored to accept this award on behalf of not only myself, but Design Platform and Caroline. This was a collaborative effort in the making of right around 16, 17 years. When I acquired those two historical landmarks in 2001, I fell in love with the two houses, and it was enough to get the historical landmark to agree with certain things that I wanted to do to make it really look like what I was trying to create, this authentic Cuban eatery, and sort of recreate what I grew up in and kind of give that to Denver, you know, Cubanize Denver a little bit. And so when I actually asked to do the patio, they said, no way. You know, we need a little bit of that airspace for us. And I went back about 2 different times and tried to get that patio space to look a little prettier because I had a circus tent there for a long time. And then after a while I said, you know what, it's okay, you know, we have that outdoor seating, it's great. Jonas DiCaprio and I became good friends when he helped me design my home about 6 years ago. And he actually came to me and pushed me to say, let's do it one more time. You know, the historical landmark, there's a whole new influx of people. I think it's time, and I think I can help you create a space that will not only satisfy the needs of the historical landmark, but will also mesh well with what you have going on at Cuba Cuba, which was super important to me because those two houses are so special. And we started the process. And so I had Robin Gray, who's worked and managed Cuba Cuba with me for many, many years, and then Carolyn and Jonas from Design Platform, that together, and you know, they spearheaded the project really, and together we were able to create this incredible space that really, at the end of the day, I was so busy at the time doing sandwich shops that I was there and then I wasn't there and I was contributing, et cetera. But when that was all said and done, I was just impressed. And, you know, I was just like, wow. You know, when people were like, God, you did such a good job. I'm like, yes, I did. You know, but really, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, these guys were unbelievable. They're so uber talented. And, you know, he got me from the beginning as far as that Cuban aspect of it. And, you know, and just meshing it with, you know, Cuba Cuba and everything. So, and this just takes it to the next level. So thank you for, you know, acknowledging or, you know, noticing, you know, what a great project this was. So, thank you.
Our final winner in Neighborhood Gem category is another restaurant that's a local favorite. Illegal Pete's on Colfax and Race is a new addition to an already lively East Colfax corridor. For this new location, the project team renovated an old IHOP and improved the landscaping around the building. The goal was to better activate the corner of Colfax and Race. This is the second Illegal Pete's location to win a Mayor's Design Award. So they are really committed to not just to building a good burrito, but to building a local chain in tune with its community. That did say building a good burrito. For the project owner of the Kentro Group, they brought in Melissa Friday of Zan Creative and Tim Politis of One Line Studio. Spectrum General Contractors did the construction. Here to accept the award is Peter Turner. Come on down, Peter.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, committee. I need to start by saying he had mentioned that we won one for our last Denver restaurant, which was on South Broadway. And I came up here and I totally choked and didn't thank anyone except for the city of Denver, which is maybe cool. But I need to just basically start by thanking the design team that I worked with, Melissa Friday and Zan and Dana, as well as the architect Tim Politis with One Line Studio, and actually our builder Tom Sello with Spectrum. Anyway, I worked with them on both projects, and I totally failed to mention that last time I was up here. But anyway, so hopefully, was that good enough? Yeah. No, I really appreciate working with them, and I really appreciate being a Denver native, being able to do projects like this in the town in which I grew up. And it's really interesting, the Colfax location as well as South Broadway. I just, there are two streets that really kind of scared me when I was a child growing up in Littleton, Colorado. But were really, really interesting, and kind of the mystique. Like when my friends and I got our driver's license, we'd kind of cruise up there and just scare ourselves a little bit. But so it's been kind of fun to see the transformation of Denver and to actually play, hopefully, our part, I guess, and really honor and sort of bring back some life and hopefully some new life and different life, but along the same lines of that sort of energy and excitement that I felt as a child or as a younger man going down South Broadway and Colfax. Again, just really lucky and feel fortunate to be able to do business in Denver and to work with great people and to see all the cool stuff happening in this town, my hometown. We're just really, I think, in a really special time. So thank you, everybody, and thanks for hopefully eating burritos, too. All right, thank you. Bye.
Next, we have a category, Back to the Future. This category highlights projects that give new life to old buildings. The first winner is Alchemy Creative Workspace, which moved into an old building. Few would have been sorry to see this particular building go, but CF Studio Architect and Development saw something worth saving. Now this building is a bright spot on South Logan Street and an asset to the community. Here to accept the award is Chris Fullenwider. I think last year we gave Chris an award. Where is he?
Well, this has been a labor of love for us. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Brad. And thank you, city staff. I think they can be the unsung heroes. A lot of times they work their butts off, and they really deserve credit for what they've been doing the last 8 years. It's been tough. Congrats to them. I want to thank Justin Martinez, who worked with me at CF Studio. We put in a lot of hours on this project, and we're very happy the way it turned out. I want to thank Todd Hager, who is our owner's rep, but is a lot more than that as well. A very talented guy, former architect, and a good friend. I want to thank Studio NYL, our structural engineers, who helped us design that awning. Rhino Signworks, who did the sign for us. Jeff Sloan, who did the logo and branding for Alchemy, which we deconstructed and put on the front of the building. I want to thank my family, and I want to thank my girlfriend, Leah. Lastly, if you want a place to work, you should go check out Alchemy. It's a great place, great space. Thank you.
I remember when he did his first housing project in Capitol Hill, so it's good to see the progress continuing on. The second Back to the Future winner was so well liked that it received four nominations. Shift Workspaces, Bannock, took a building constructed in the 19th century and successfully transported it into the 21st century. The project pays homage to the building's previous use as an electronics warehouse and highlights the work of local artists. Grant Barnhill brought together designers Christine Brundage and the interior, as well as Sprung Construction to complete the project. Here to accept the award is Grant Barnhill. Come on down, Grant.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the 2017 Mayor's Design Award. I'm Mayor Hancock. No, I'm Grant Barnhill. I'm the founder of Shift Workspaces, and I started my real estate career here in Denver in 1987, and it's been incredible to watch the city change. I started off as a broker at Fuller & Company, and there was another young broker at that time named Charlie Woolley who got up in we had weekly sales meetings, and Charlie got up one day and he said, you know, one day all of these warehouses down here that are empty are going to be redeveloped, and we could buy them today for $10 a square foot for their tax liability. And the entire room erupted and said, Charlie, you're crazy, that'll never happen. So to watch this change since starting in '87 to what's happened today is really phenomenal. And we've had, not every city in the country benefits from the leadership that we have here. And there have been people that have worked so hard to make this community what it is. Tammy Dorr at the Downtown Denver Partnership, and Mayor Hancock and Brad Buchanan, and so many of the people, public and private, sectors that have worked so hard to create a city that Shift benefits from, and all of us benefit from. So Shift is a shared workspace community. This project is our second location. It's home to about 400 entrepreneurs in the Golden Triangle, people that are small business owners that have tech companies, that are architects, that are own public relation firms, that are really the backbone of up-and-coming businesses here in town. And on this project, Tom Sprung did a great job as our general contractor. I'd like to thank him. Kirsten Brundage, did the interior design, and my business partner, Svi Radowski, and everyone else who helped make it a success. I'd like to thank. So thank you.
We're going to go ahead and move on to our next category. This is Home, honors single-family home projects. Our first winner in this category this year is a special one because it involves a house that was already an architectural gem. This 1953 Cherry Creek home was originally designed by William Muchow, but has undergone additions and renovations that obscure the original design. Working with Daryl Muchow of Muchow Studio, owner and architect Ann Wattenberg cleared that work away and restored the home's signature elements with a contemporary sensibility. Let's welcome to the stage Ann Wattenberg and Daryl Muchow.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, so much, and thank you to the selection committee. As many of you probably know, William Muchow was one of the foremost architects in Denver in the middle of the 20th century. He was educated at Cranbrook, he won the Rome Prize, and spent about a year in Europe before he built this little house. The house was an experiment in the small urban house, and it was an A-frame. It has many signature modernist elements to it. When I encountered the house about 12 years ago, it had been through a number of very unfortunate additions and so forth, but with Daryl Muchow's recollection, and also with the help of many of the architects in Denver who remembered visiting the house and visiting Bill and who had trained with Bill, we've restored it back to being a very delightful single-family home. Thank you very much.
Our next This Is Home winner truly lives up to the name of this category. The beloved community, Tiny Home Village, is a wonderful testament of how we can employ creativity to address our city's most difficult problems. This project is a first of its kind in Denver. It was built with the support of the neighborhood and with the goal of providing residents not just a roof above their heads, but also much needed stability and a measure of dignity in difficult circumstances. The partners leading this project were Ray Dean and Placemakers and College Village Collaborative, along with Whiting Turner Contracting Company. Here to accept the award are Ryanine of Ray Dean and Matters. God, I'm just really killing that one. Let's try it again. Tim Ryanine of Ray Dean, am I saying it right? They have it broken down, so it's really weird. Place Matters, Nathan Hunt of Colorado Village Collaborative, Mark Fall of Whiting Turner Contracting, and Deborah Bustos of Urban Land Conservancy. Come on down and forgive me for butchering the name.
All right. So we are Radian Place Matters, by the way. We're a nonprofit architecture group here in Denver that focuses on community-based initiatives. And so this project wouldn't be possible without our partners, which comprise more than 50 groups of in-kind donations. But our core groups definitely want to highlight is Colorado Village Collaborative, Interfaith Alliance, Denver Homeless Out Loud, Whiting Turner, who is our fantastic builder, and Urban Land Conservancy, who owns the land. And so this project is a true grassroots, community-driven response to the affordable housing crisis, and by looking at creative housing solutions. And so we're really happy to report that we're about 3.5 months into the project of occupancy. We're 100% retention, overwhelmingly community support. 12 out of the 15 residents at the site are employed, 4 of which have gained employment. And so we are really, really proud of this project. But I got to say, we owe it to the residents who were out on the street the night before they occupied these units. So just, Scylla, come up here for just a few seconds because you deserve it.
Again, my name is Sarah Scylla Wolf, and I'd like to say thank you from Mayor Hancock, Radian, Whiting Turner. If it weren't for all of these guys, I'd still be out on the streets right now. Thanks to the village and everything, not only am I employed, but I'm self-employed and successfully.
Radian, I got it right this time. You know what, let me just, if I can, give a commercial. I've had the opportunity to go and visit Tiny Home Village on a couple occasions now, and have just absolutely been blown away by the success of this experiment in our city. And it has a lot to do with the people who live there, but also their desire to get it right. And my hope is that we can duplicate this experiment again somewhere in our city, because it is making a difference in the lives of these individuals. Congratulations again. Congratulations. I see Aaron Mirapo over here of the Urban Land Conservancy. Thank you for your courage and partnership on this project as well. Yeah, doing so many good things in our city. Our next category is Art All Around for projects that use art to redefine public spaces. You may have encountered the blue trees on the streets outside as you came in tonight. Did you notice them? I had the pleasure of painting some of those trees. The project is equal parts community engagement, placemaking, and art. Led by 9 Dot Arts and artist Konstantin Demopoulos, this project was part of an initiative by the Denver Theater District. Volunteers helped paint more than 150 downtown trees. Among the goals was to get people to think about trees in our urban environment. Another goal was to bring people together, and as one of the volunteer tree painters, said, I can tell you it was a runaway success and a lot of fun. I love this project because it showed that good design isn't just about bricks and mortar. We can deploy creativity in so many ways to improve our public realm. Here to accept the award are Molly Casey and Chris Roth from 9 Dot Arts and Annie Geimer, David Moak, and David Ehrlich of the Denver Theater District. Come on down.
Am I close enough to the mic? Good? Okay, sweet. First of all, thank you. Thank you, everyone here. Thank you, Mayor. We're so honored to be a part of this. And we could not have pulled off any of this if it weren't for the Denver Theater District, without whom none of this would have been possible. They created the Terra Firma initiative to bring public arts infrastructure to the streets of downtown Denver, and they had 9 Dot Arts help them with that, so that's really all them. Thank you. We have to thank Constantine, of course, for his artistic genius, and his wife Adele for managing an artistic genius. All of our partners, of course, who supported the effort and the installation and worked really, really hard to make this happen. That included the Convention Center, the Denver Arts and Venues, Forestry and Parks Department, Downtown Denver Partnership, Parks People, Blake Communications, Public Works, Visit Denver, and Ground Floor Media, plus all the volunteers, a lot of volunteers, including my husband and my 2 kids. Thank you so much for being painted blue several times. And most of all, I have to thank my parents because they supported me when I told them I was going to get a major in arts.
And I'm going to tell you, that's one of the hardest things I ever did was paint a tree. That is not as easy as it looks. I notice over here to my right, City Council President Albus Brooks has walked in. Thank you for joining us tonight, sir. Our final category of the night is Distinctive Denver, and we have 5 winners in this category. The winners represent a wide range of project types. What they have in common is that they capture a little bit of what makes Denver the special place we all love. The first winner is Terraza del Sol. This colorful mixed-use development meets a number of needs in the Westwood neighborhood. First and foremost, it brings much-needed affordable housing to the area. And as the new headquarters of the Mikasa Resource Center, it also provides much-needed services to the community. The design brings 2 elements. These 2 elements together thoughtfully with beautiful murals that capture the spirit of the Westwood community. Owner Gorman and Cumming brought together Shopworks Architect and Denuve Construction for the project. Let's welcome to the stage Kimbo Kringle of Gorman and Company, Chad Holtzinger of Shopswork, and David Garabad of Nouveau Construction.
We'll kind of keep this short and sweet since it's getting to the ADD part of the program. But first and foremost, thanks to the city, obviously CPD. You guys are working major overtime right now, and we're about to turn in for building permits in December, just on a different project, no pressure there. But also a big thanks to Councilman Paul Lopez, who is not here tonight, but for Councilman Lopez, this project would never have happened. Also to our funding partners, Chaffa, Dura, City, the state, and our equity and debt providers. Obviously, thanks to our architects, Shopworks Architecture, with Chad and Kyle and the team there. David Garabet couldn't be with us tonight, but with Denuve Construction, Wank was on that project as well. And also to Beamer Torres, who is the muralist on our project. And if you haven't been by Federal and Alameda to see these murals, they're pretty outstanding and amazing. I will quickly say, all of us, I think, sitting in this room are watching our city start to change, or we're well underway in that change right now. And as we're seeing the city becoming increasingly more and more unaffordable, we're watching long-standing residents of our neighborhoods slowly fade away. They no longer can afford the rent hikes, they can't afford their property taxes, and they're fading out, and we're not sure where they're going, but we're watching our neighborhoods change. And something that we're very honored to have been a part of was to bring together Mikasa Resource Center and build not just a building, not just a place, but a home for 42 different families and individuals that now call Terraza del Sol their house. Having affordable housing, having a place like that becomes a pillar for a family. It becomes a place of strength and self-sufficiency and pride. And we're not only honored every time we get to touch projects like this, but we're honored to be doing that for this city that I think we all love. So thank you very much. We appreciate the award.
Let's get your award. You want that, right? Our next winner is the Maven Hotel in Lower Downtown. Yeah, the anchor of the Dairy Block redevelopment, this project was created to serve a community hub, partnering with local tenants and acting as the center of the new Denver attraction. The hotel combines nodes to its historic setting with modern amenities on a foundational corner of downtown. The project is owned by Grand American, McWhinney, and Sage Hospitality. It was designed by J&S Architects with interior lobby design by Krim Design and built by Saunders Construction and Hyder Construction. To accept the award, here to accept the award are Bruce Phillips and Mark Wikiewicz. Come on down.
Well, I'm Mark Wikiewicz, for those that don't know me, and on behalf of the mayor and Brad and all the rest of the selection committee, we really appreciate this award. This has been an outstanding project, and the amazing part about this project is there's more to come with the rest of the Dairy Block. You know, I'd be remiss, I know the mayor already announced, who the architect was, but J&S did a phenomenal job, and I really appreciate all the efforts that they have done on this. And the interior design with Krem, and similarly with our construction team with Saunders and Hyder as well. So I appreciate it, and on behalf of McWhinney and Grand American and Sage, we'll accept your award. Thank you.
Our third winner is also a lower downtown project that successfully marries the historic with the modern. The Seed Building addition took the place of a surface parking lot. The project brings new vitality to the corner of 15th and Market, which serves as the entry point to Lodo from Auraria Parkway. This was a collaborative project from the start for the owner, architect, contractor, and tenant. It's the work of Tribal Architects and Hyder Construction. Here to accept the award, representing owner Seed Acquisitions, Frederick Glick. Let's try it again. I know him as Jerry, so Gerald kind of threw me off. So we're going to call him Jerry Glick and Frederick Glick. Colleen Kimberlin of Tribal Architects and Kayon Kim of Hyder Construction. Come on down.
And thanks, Brad, very much for this award. This is a real honor. I'm Jerry Glick, and along with Fred, as the mayor said, we're the managing partners of Seed Acquisitions. The real accolades go to Triba and to Hyder for this project. A good building, particularly in lower downtown, takes a good team. Hyder paid real attention to this project on time and on budget, and executed the design that Triba did in a wonderful way. It's hard in lower downtown to build a new building because of context. This building really does everything we think that it should do as the entrance to lower downtown. So thank you very much.
Next up is another incredible renovation of a previously ho-hum building. Avanti Food and Beverage expanded on the 1930s warehouse to create a modern-day food hall. The addition included 2,600 square feet of outdoor observation deck that offer some of the best views of downtown in the city. This previously underused corner of Lohi is now a new social gathering place for the neighborhood. The project was led by Meridian 105 Architecture. And here to accept the award for Meridian 105 is Chad Mitchell. Chad, come on down.
We didn't prepare a lot of remarks, but do want to thank our client, Avanti Food and Beverage. They had a great idea for the project. Obviously, they could have scraped the building, demolished it, and done something probably a lot more dense in the area, but really wanted to do something nice for the neighborhood, save the building, and came up with this great concept to do a food hall with a lot of local chefs and great cuisine. The neighborhood's really embraced the project, and I think it's become a very successful project for Denver. We're very proud of it. We want to thank the mayor, the selection committee, and also our client, Avanti Food and Beverage. Thank you.
All right, we're on our final winner for the night. Are you all okay? Yes. All right. Our final winner of the night is one of my favorites and one of Denver's coolest new buildings, the Triangle Building. Stands out because of its shape and because it rises, its rise helps mark a new era in the Denver development. I don't know how many of you may remember, but it wasn't that long ago when Water Street was just a series of empty lots. The Triangle Building is one of several projects that has given that edge to downtown, not just new life, but new personality. It marks a wave of growth that has changed our city and our landscape, and one that will be looked down as a distinctively Denver era for years to come. This is the work of East-West Partners with Anderson Mason Dale Architects. Here to accept the award are Ryan Stone of East-West Partners with John Graham and Amy Nielsen from Anderson Mason Dale. Come on up.
Thank you guys for sticking around for the last one of the night. I'll make my comments brief here. I just wanted to take a chance and thank the mayor and the selection committee for recognizing the Triangle Building. It's been a great project to work on, and I truly think it's a project that will stand the test of time. I want to start off by thanking Union Investment Real Estate, current owner of the building. They recognized our vision, and we're glad to see them bring that into the future. Saunders Construction and the whole Saunders team really did an awesome job bringing this one to fruition. Liberty Global for believing in our project and being our key kickoff tenant. Our whole leasing team, Todd Wheeler, Melissa Machel, you guys have made the building what it is today. Our partners, Starwood Capital, Dan, thanks for sticking with us. Wells Fargo Bank as our funding source. All my partners at East West, it's been a fun ride. And certainly, not the least, Anderson Mason Dale for a brilliant, brilliant architectural achievement. Thank you, guys.
That was the coolest stoop I've ever seen at the microphone. And he looked comfortable doing it. Did you notice that? That was some cool stuff. Thanks for honoring the mayor's height. Well, we made it through the awards. Congratulations once again to all of our honorees tonight. Again, as I leave this podium, I want to celebrate Brad Buchanan and the entire team at Community Planning Development. Again, to Alex Foster for the tremendous work. We want to thank you all for coming out tonight and for what you've done for Denver, because it's cool to grow, it's cool to develop and build, but if we don't create these distinctive places, it's very hard. It's a loss of opportunity. So thank you for what you've done. I'm glad you were here tonight. Please stay and enjoy the reception that is for you in your honor. Good night. See you next year.